If you look around right now, you'll probably find a zipper somewhere near you. On your jacket, your bag, your jeans, maybe even your wallet. It's such a small, simple thing that we use every single day without thinking. But the story behind the zipper is actually full of failures, stubborn experiments, and a few brilliant minds who refused to give up. Our story begins in the mid-1800s, long before anyone even imagined something like a zipper. At that time, people used buttons, hooks, and laces to fasten clothes. It was slow, inconvenient, and honestly kind of annoying. The world needed something faster, something automatic, but no one had created it yet. Then came a man named Elias Howe, the same man who invented the sewing machine. In 1851, he designed something he called the automatic continuous clothing closure. It looked promising. But here's the twist. He didn't push the idea. He was busy promoting the sewing machine, and the invention that could have become the zipper just vanished into the background. It was like planting a seed and forgetting to water it. Years passed. The idea slept quietly until another inventor woke it up. In the late 1800s, a Chicago mechanical engineer named Whitcomb Judson started solving a personal problem. He hated bending down to tie his shoes. So he created a device called the clasp locker. It was basically the ancestor of today's zipper. Judson even showcased it at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. People were curious, but the invention had one big issue. It simply didn't work well. It jammed, it broke, it was frustrating. Imagine selling a zipper that never closes properly. Despite failures, Judson didn't stop. He founded the Universal Fastener Company, hoping to fix his invention. But the truth was harsh. The clasp locker was too complicated and unreliable for real commercial use. It needed a genius touch, someone with patience, someone with a sharp eye, someone who understood how tiny mechanical parts could work together perfectly. And that someone finally arrived. His name was Gideon Sundback, a Swedish-American electrical engineer. Sundback joined the Universal Fastener Company in the early 1900s. At first, he improved Judson's design slightly, but he knew it wasn't enough. So he started rebuilding it from scratch. He redesigned the fastener so that instead of hooks and eyes, it had tiny interlocking teeth, each one shaped in such a way that they could link smoothly and unlock easily. By 1913, Sundback created what we now know as the modern zipper. He called it the hookless number 2. This version actually worked. Strong, smooth, and reliable. The world finally had a functional zipper. But even then, people didn't immediately accept it. Funny enough, the zipper first became popular not in clothes, but in tobacco pouches and boots. It took time for fashion designers to trust this new invention. Then, in the 1920s, the B.F. Goodrich Company used Sundback's fastener on a new type of rubber boot. They needed a catchy name for the closure, something simple and fun. So they came up with the word zipper, inspired by the sound it makes, that quick zip when you pull it up. And just like that, the name stuck forever. From there, the zipper slowly conquered the clothing world. Children's clothing manufacturers loved it because it made dressing easier. Luggage companies loved it because it was light and strong. Jacket makers loved it because it was faster and safer than buttons. And once fashion brands embraced it, the zipper became a global standard. Today, billions of zippers are used every single year. But here's something interesting. The design that Sundback created more than a century ago has barely changed. Yes, we have plastic zippers, metal zippers, invisible zippers, waterproof zippers, but the core idea remains the same. 2 rows of teeth, a slider, and one simple motion that connects them. Behind this tiny tool that we use daily, there's a long history of trial and error. Elias Howe planted the first idea. Whitcomb Judson tried to bring it to life, but failed again and again. And finally, Gideon Sundback made the dream real. It's a perfect example of how innovation often works. One person imagines, another attempts, and someone else perfects it. So next time you zip up your jacket or your bag, remember that it took more than 60 years of effort to create that smooth little motion. 100 microscopic parts working in complete harmony, solving a problem we don't even think about anymore. The zipper is proof that even the simplest things around us have extraordinary stories behind them. It's a reminder that no invention is born perfect. It becomes perfect through persistence. And sometimes something small can change the world more than anyone ever expects.